Hey guys, what's going on? It's Reflix 66. Today we're coming back at you with another quick guide video. Today we're going over Prapor's task, Shootout Picnic. For this task, you're going to have to kill 15 scavs on woods. Doesn't matter what guns you use. There's no requirements. Doesn't have to be in the leg or the head or anything like that. All you have to do is go to woods and kill 15 scavs. It does not have to be in one raid. It can be as many raids as it takes for you to kill 15 scavs. So what we're going to go over is where I like to go to kill the scavs on woods, what to look out for when you're in those areas, and how to get out of the raid. So we're just going to jump straight into woods. So I'm going to start off, we're over here by the forward operating base or the outpost on woods. This is all the way on the south side of the map. We're just east of the water. We're pushing north currently, going towards the outpost. You do have to be careful when you're around and in the outpost because players have tasks to kill people here. So a lot of times you'll get players camping inside, but also this is a very high population spawn for scavs. So I think it's worth it when you're trying to kill the scavs to just come in and check. You may end up dying fighting in here a couple times, but at least you get your scav kills and there's a chance you might kill some players. The downside of pushing in here is a lot of times people will be sucked into the corners, just hiding, camping, and waiting. So we're going to take our time and listen while we're going through here. Oh, we got some peas and apple juice. So we'll eat those while we move on to our next spot. Again, there can be scavs completely surrounding this little outpost area. So we're going to proceed with caution. I'm going to push over towards the water, see if there's any scavs patrolling this road. A lot of times they'll walk back and forth on here, just trying to catch players as they're going by doing their tasks. Looks like either someone's already killed them or they didn't spawn here. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next spot, which is up by Spine. Spine is the rocks that are just south of the sniper scav. I'm still keeping looking side to side. There are scavs in lumber, but I don't suggest going in there. Lumber is kind of a death trap. If you have a scope, you can kind of shoot from distance, but I don't recommend going in there. Unless you're specifically doing a task or looking for specific items that spawn in the lumber mill. Just because the snipers on this map love to just pick people off as they're wandering through there without knowing where they are. So what I'm doing now is I'm cutting north towards the rocks and I'm staying in the trees for a little bit of cover while I'm moving across the map. You'll see the big rock formation here called Spine. Scav spawn all the way around these rocks here. So we'll do a lap around these rocks and kill all the scavs we can before we move on to the next spot. Alright, a lot of times they'll be tucked right up in here in this little cubby hole. And what they like to do is tuck in these little cracks. So you have to be really careful when you're walking around because you might not see them at first. They might just come out of a corner and shoot you in the head. So far we haven't seen anything. Now there's a gap in the rocks up your head. They can be between the rocks in the gap or they can be outside of it to the left. It's kind of hard to check both, especially because they can kind of see you through the trees better than you can see them through the trees. Oh, there's one. We got the drop on him, but he ran. He's going to have the advantage when I peek this corner. It's like he hears us coming. I don't think that's that body is... Oh, here he is. So he might have been throwing a grenade at us. So here's the gap I was talking about in the rocks. We're going to push back down the other side. It looks like most of the scavs are dead here. It just looks like that last scav caught that guy. I'm going to come back through this way. One thing I always check when I'm coming by the Spine here is this little campsite. This little campsite over here. It can have rare items spawn, medical items, food, and water. Looks like it might have a can of meat for us. Nope, that's just trash. So there's all kinds of different stuff that can spawn there, but always make sure you clear the scavs first. Because you don't want to get caught trying to loot with scavs coming down off these rocks. The next spot we're going to check is the sniper scav. Sniper spawns up on top of the rocks here. So we're going to push into these little pebbles at the base of the hill here to get up the sniper. So we're going to run up here to make this first jump. And then after that, we can walk past everything else. While we're walking, we're getting our stamina back on our PMC. And then there's a fork here. There's extra loot on the right that we're going to go back and get. But where we're going is up here to the left. So first thing we're going to do is clear the scav to make sure he doesn't push back behind and get us. He normally spawns up top there, but we're going to check down here in the cracks to make sure he's not here. Oh, looks like somebody already killed him. Now that we cleared Spine and we cleared Sniper Scav, we're going to go ahead and keep continuing to the west. Again, we're not going to go to logging. I know there's scavs that spawn there and Sturman can spawn there, so that's a good chance to get some scavs. But at the same time, there's so many snipers on this map with long-range weapons. The chances of getting picked off while you're down there are very high. So I kind of avoid that when I'm trying to do the scav kill tasks and just push straight to the west. We're going to have a little bit of run here. We're going to be running past this rock. We're going to keep it on our left. This is commonly referred to as Dickhead Rock from old Tarkov days. Your group might call it something else, but this rock right here just north of the logging cabin, we're going to run straight past that towards the checkpoint. And old Tarkov people used to love to sit on top of this rock and snipe. The map didn't used to have this whole northern section. It was cut off, and this was kind of the northern edge of the map. People would get up on top of this rock and snipe, and not everybody had scopes and ranged weapons back then. So somebody with a scope can sit there and can basically control the whole center of the map. Pushing across, we're getting up to the checkpoint. There can be anywhere from 1 to 3, sometimes even 4 scavs running around checkpoint here. We're looking for any kind of movement, silhouettes, anything that can stand out as a target or a threat. The scavs don't normally come this far north. They normally have like a little line that they follow. I'm not seeing anything here. But what we're going to do is go ahead and push in across checkpoint. This is not the most safe play, but I want to get to whatever that shot was. It could have been an AI shooting a player. Who knows what it was. But I did hear a scav mumble with that shot, so I want to make sure that if it was a scav, that we get a chance to kill it. Alright, so someone's killing our scavs, and I don't like it. So we're going to push over here towards... We're going south now. We're going towards what's commonly called the attachment shack. It has suppressors and scopes and stuff in it. But we're going to see if we can't sneak up on this firefight and get a little third party going. So we're going to walk, not run, just to make less noise. When we get closer, we're going to go ahead and crouch and kind of creep on them a little bit. Again, we're not really going for a lot of conflict, but sometimes you can get an easy third party. Show you guys a little dirty spot I like to go on this map at this spot. There's this tree over here that's fallen down that you can actually get inside of. It's right here. You can just walk straight up the tree. And most people in this game don't look up. So we're going to get up here and stop for a second. See if we can see any movement. Anything running around. Like I said, most people don't look up. So if there was a firefight, it might still be right here. Yep, looks like we got the player right there. He might be dead. I heard a little grunt from him. We don't have any grenades, so we're just going to hang out for a second and see what happens. We'll be patient. Oh, they got us. All right, guys. Well, we're back up in the tree, and we're going to pretend that didn't happen. So we're going to come down here and show you a better thing to do than die. Is there's a hidden stash right here at the bottom of that tree. You go through the bushes. And armor that we can't wear because we're doing the task. So now we're going to come out off the base of that tree. You guys remember we came across checkpoint over here. We're going to keep heading this way. Follow the fallen trees over to attachment shack. A lot of times you'll have scavs behind the shack, around the sides of the shack, even inside of the shack when you come up. I actually spawned on this side after I died, so I've already looted the attachment shack if you're wondering how I got all that stuff in my backpack. But this right here is the attachment shack. There's oftentimes scavs here. It takes a little while for them to spawn. I just spawned right over the hill, kind of in the direction we're going. So we're going to stay on the outside of the map like I was talking about, the safer pattern. We'll go down to the ditch and then get over to this rock. From this rock, we might be able to pick the scavs off without them killing us, hopefully. I don't want to die again. We're out of stamina, so we can't stabilize our gun. So we're not going to win that fight. So we're going to get our stamina up and move over to the next rock. So like I was saying before, we're going to wrap the back of outskirts, get over to Scav House, and push the field over by ZB14. If you did spawn on the far side of the map, you can come over here to outskirts and just extract right here. You'll see this road that we're about to cross. There's a truck on it. That's the outskirts extract. All you have to do is go over by the truck and you'll start extracting. So we heard scavs shooting and we heard a player shoot at scavs. So we're potentially pushing up on more violence. Let's hope it works out a little bit better than last time. I did get the kill on that PMC that we saw, but that player scav killed us out of the tree. So this scav sees us through these plants, but we can't see him. We're just going to take an evasive maneuver around this hill here. He sees us through the ground. That's Tarkov. Oh, and he's right here reloading. So we're going to go ahead and kill him and take that shotgun that he reloaded for us. All right, now we're going to roll out of here. The ZB14 has scavs that spawn all around it. This entire field from Scav House, the ZB14 can be filled with scavs. I've seen anywhere up to 4 or 5 scavs, and if you wait, even more will spawn. But oh, like right there's another one. Took him out. You guys, we're here at ZB14. If you have this open as an extract and you have the key, you can extract here. But that's the path I take to kill scavs. So we started on the far side of the map. We cleared the outpost, came around logging up to Spine, Sniper, came across the checkpoint, went back south to the attachment house, over to the Scav House, over here to ZB14. So from here, you can just go back to outskirts and extract if you spawn on the far side. And if you spawn on this side, you have to push over to the other side for the extract at RUAF or at the Northern UN roadblock. That's the path I take to kill scavs with the least resistance. You don't always have to push firefights like I did where I died right there. If we would have bypassed it and just went straight across instead of pushing where we heard the gunshots, would have probably been a lot safer. But I wanted to give you guys a little bit of content. All right, guys. After you kill all 15 scavs on woods, you come back to Prapor to turn the task in. You can see what you get here as a reward. You get 2,000 experience, 20,000 rubles, a baby AK with a couple mags, and some PP ammo to go with it. You get a little bit of rep with Prapor and a little bit of rep with Jaeger. And that's the task, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you need any additional help, feel free to come by the stream on Twitch. Check out our Discord at toc.gg/discord. Stop by our website at tarkovhelpline.com or leave a comment down below.